All right. What's going on, everyone? How's it going? Today's a very special day. Today's a very big day, very important day. Today, July 9th, marks 1 exact year since I started out on this whole Black 2 Shiny Living Dex journey. It's absolutely insane that it's been a year already. And we started off this Black 2 Shiny Living Dex looking for Tepig. Chop right here was our boy that we eventually did find 8 months later after a 17,000 soft reset encounters. My word, that hunt took forever. Oh, but it was so freaking sweet to get this thing as a shiny. It was, oh man, that was so satisfying. That was so nice. But this is a Shiny Living Dex. I don't just need one of these little guys. I need 3. I need all 3 of them. So Chop here is going to be spending some time in the daycare. We'll go ahead and back out and get going on this. Roost, what up, what up? How's it going? We are in fact back. We're doing it a little different though. Doing it a little different. We are not soft resetting. We are breeding. We are using Masuda method. We are utilizing Shiny Charm, the Shiny Power S, increasing our odds tremendously from the good old 1 in 8,092. 8,192. Gotta make sure I get that right. Chop will be our lucky little lad who is going to be helping us move towards this goal of getting another Shiny Tepig. And I'm hoping today is going to be a continuation of a really lucky week, because I've actually gotten a shiny already this week. I have not posted a video about it yet. It was offline. I was not recording and I was not streaming, but I did get a shiny this week. It was a few days ago. I've yet to get around to making the video about it. I will post that hopefully tomorrow or Friday. But yes, I'm using Lucky Power. Hopefully, I assume it works, that it helps the shiny odds here. I've been using it for all these hunts, these Masuda method hunts. I've only gotten 1 shiny this way so far with the breeding, and it was incredibly fast. It was insanely fast. I won't spoil too much about it, but I started 1 hunt doing Masuda method, doing breeding. It got to 1,000 eggs, and I was like, I'll take a little break and move on to another hunt. And the new hunt that I started up, it went really good really quickly. So I'm gonna post the video about that. That's why we're at 72 now instead of 71, because yeah, we got a new shiny this week. And hopefully I can double up and get another shiny today. Yeah, I would like to believe that it does help out with the shiny rolls on everything, including, you know, good old eggs. I'm rolling off that belief, so I am using it every chance I can. I was wondering when I was going to get a freaking egg here. I swear, sometimes the breeding is like, I'll get an egg after 4 steps sometimes. Like, I won't even be down these stairs, and they'll be like, hey, I have another egg for you. And then sometimes I go like 5 minutes between eggs. It is kind of crazy how fickle this guy is about giving me eggs. But hopefully today moves quickly. Although I guess starters tend to have higher, what do you call it, step counts for hatching. Well, you know, higher, I'm blanking on the terminology, but I think generally starters take longer to hatch out of eggs, so we might not be getting the most encounters today, but considering our odds are like some like 1 in 900 with all the boosts we have going on, I've seen it firsthand. You can get a shiny really quickly this way. Okay. Well, I will certainly not utilize it for well, I mean, I'll utilize it for fossils because I'm going to be breeding for the fossils. White Sammy Sosa. Oh, what's up? What's up? How's it going? The funny little message there. But we are inclusive around these parts, so trans streamers are welcome here. But let's see, what was I saying? I will use the good old we'll use the good old Monsieur, what do you call it, Lucky Power for the fossils when we breed for them, because I'm not gonna do soft resettings for getting fossil shinies. I'm just going to breed for them. They're very... that could always change. Who knows? But as of right now, that is the plan. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did, Sammy Sosa. I'm sure you did. Wink, wink. I'm sure you did. Oh, shoot. See, that was one of those really quick turnarounds. Sometimes I can take forever, and then sometimes it's immediately like, hey, new egg for you. Toy collection looks suspicious. What you mean by that? What's sus? Using lucky power myself for a separate power. Interesting. Very interesting, very interesting. We got a little bit of a whatchamacallit, little raid going on here. We got some people hopping in on chat being funny. But how's it going, everyone? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we got some funny guys in chat. We got some funny guys. Okay, we got some interesting people around these parts, but yeah, that's not cool around here, you guys. So we are going to be removing some of you people from around here, but that's a-okay. Everyone else, you are welcome to stick around. This is very interesting. This is very interesting for sure. First egg is not a shiny, not a shiny. Oh, we got some real interesting people in here tonight. Very interesting for sure. All right, so everyone, yeah, we do not tolerate any of this stuff in the chat. So everyone coming on in, you will be muted. Very interesting. Well, hey, at least we getting views, you know? At least we getting views. So I do appreciate that. Oh, I don't make anything here. I'm just here having fun. There's no cope. Views are views, though. I mean, what can you do? Alan, what's up? What's up? How's it going? Yeah, that first Tepig was a lot. That was a lot of work. Well, a lot of time, I should say. Nah, Alan, I don't. What's all trails? Crud, what up, what up? Yep, we got another Shiny Tepig hunt in the works. Hopefully this one is a lot quicker since we're breeding for it. Website shows hiking trails and elevation gained and length. Very cool, very cool. You've been utilizing that lately? I haven't gone hiking in a minute. Definitely will come later this year. Be going up to the mountains for a little bit. But it's been a second since, I guess, probably been a couple years since I went and did some, I think it was New Year's at the end of 2023 going into 2024. Last time I went to the mountains where there was hiking, but thinking 12K. Sorry, Crut. Thinking about stuff right now. 12K this time? I'm hoping not. I'm certainly, for considering how high the odds are on this hunt now, I would certainly hope we don't get to 12K eggs. That would be insane. Let's see. I have to pick up a hike for a group in their late 20s. You think? Do I think 860? I could not tell you. Honestly, I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. But yeah, Roos, that was very interesting for sure. That was very, very interesting. that was a first. That was a first for me. That was a first. But Shiny Celebi, what up, what up? How's it going? Welcome back. Yeah, unfortunately, that is the state of the internet from time to time. Honestly, the fact that it took a whole year for something like that to really happen, I mean, not not too bad. That happens once a year, then it could be worse. But yeah, if I'm a little out of it at the moment, it's because I got a bunch of people to mute off the channel. Thought there'd be a way for me to ban as well, but it is not showing unless I'm missing something here. But how's everyone doing tonight? Everyone having a fun, what is today, Wednesday? This week has been interesting. Losing track of what day it is. Yeah, you could say that, Crut. You could say that for sure. We had some people coming in being a little bit rude, inappropriate. Yeah, spamming. Twas a first. But as with anyone like that, they got bored real quick and left because, you know, their attention spans are about 3 seconds long, so. Oh, smooth. You mean Legends Arceus? Like, part of me wants to get Legends AZ's or ZA. What? Yeah, Legends ZA. Yeah. So I actually did end up getting. Oh, what am I doing? I'm out of eggs. I need to get more. But yeah, I guess in situations like that, you know, it wasn't too many people, but yeah, that was something. Anyways, we'll move on from that and focus more on what we got going on here, our regular schmegular stuff. Crut, you're not getting ZA. I'll get ZA. I assume I'll play it. I don't know for certain, but I assume I will. I said I bought Legends Arceus on release, and I still haven't played it to this day, but I'm planning on soon playing it for the first time. But yeah, I didn't have any intention of getting the Switch 2, at least not initially. I was like, maybe I'll get it around the time ZA comes out, but I don't know. Something just like, I took the day off of work and was like, you know, it just happened the day that I was, that the Switch 2 came out. I was supposed to be in training that day, but some crap happened the night before here at home, and I was just like, okay, I can't make it to training today. So I just took the day off. I was like, I need to take a day just to chill, and it happened to be the day the Switch 2 came out. So I was like, well, I might as well go get it. Why not? I do want to try and become a better like player of games that aren't Pokemon. Like I want to try and, or at least better at playing games that aren't just 2D Pokemon. I do want to get back to playing more variety of things. I was hoping getting a Switch 2 would help out with that, so we'll see. Let's see. Did you see Amino? No, I didn't. What's Amino? As a kid, I had a hand-me-down in 6-4. Yeah, like the price on the Switch 2 is a little. It is a little bit high, but I mean, for a console that's both portable and, you know, dockable at home, like I thought it was fine. Like I am fortunate enough to have the money. Do I need to be spending that money considering all the stuff I have coming up? Not really, but I did. But yeah, I didn't think it was the worst thing in the world, but it certainly could be cheaper. It's a new RPG Pokemon / Power World like game. No, I have not heard of that. Oh, no, I almost said no to the egg. No, I definitely do want that egg. Thank you. I do remember a while back there was like maybe an app on the phone or something that was like Pokemino or something like that. It was, I don't remember what it What was it exactly? It had something to do with Pokemon, but I don't think it was an official Nintendo or Game Freak like app. I think it was fan made. Maybe it was just like a forum to talk about stuff on. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I got Mario Kart World for the Switch 2. I haven't played it too much myself. Emily's little brother Nathan's been staying with us this past week, and he's been playing it a lot. So I think he's basically unlocked everything for me. So I need to sit down and play that more. But I don't know. I always say that about games, like, oh, I need to sit down and actually play that, and then I don't. So it wasn't against people live, but I did a knockout race tour, whatever. Yeah, I did one with bots and I won the very first one I did. The like 2 I did since then, I did not win even remotely close, but I guess I got kind of lucky to win that first one. I don't have Nintendo Switch Online, so that is something I'll have to shell out for if I ever want to play good old games online. Yeah, because what, it's like 15-20 bucks a year or something like that. Sometimes when there are random shaking grass patches up here, I just like to run into them to see what happens, because hey, you never know, you might run into a random shiny. So we'll see. If Pokemon Champions ends up popping off, like if Champions is like a really cool online kind of battle sim, whatever, I'll certainly probably end up paying for online for that to play, because that seemed like if Pokemon Champions is done really well, that could be just a game changer for content, like just leisure. Like Pokemon Champions could be insanely like clutch. It could be very fun to play. Okay, I think I have adequately muted everyone that came through as a part of that. I think I can we can concentrate on the egg hatching now. Oh, Ryder's freaking out there. That's to make your Pokemon like a moon. I'm hoping that it's basically Pokemon Showdown, but you can bring in your Pokemon from other games. So like my ideal would be like, if you want to just boot it up, go build a team really quickly, like on Showdown, they let you do that. If you also want to bring, like, say I get a Shiny Tepig in this game, and I want to bring it all the way up to Scarlet Violet, whatever Gen 10 is, and I want a competitive battle with this Shiny Emboar that I eventually have. Hopefully you can transfer it into Pokemon Champions. It lets you modify, like, the Emboar as if you're building it from scratch to battle with. But then if you want to bring it back into Scarlet Violet, Gen 10, whatever it is, it reverts back to, like, as you caught it. Like, maybe don't treat it as like a, you know, put it in there to max out its IVs and EVs and moves and all that, and then when you bring it back to the regular games, it's now that perfect version that it was. I don't know, maybe there's I'm like shooting this off the fly right now, but that would be kind of like my ideal that I think would be cool. Crud, all right, thanks for dropping on in, appreciate it. See you around. Let's see if we can grab this shaking grass spot up here. But knowing Pokemon, knowing Game Freak, all that, I wouldn't be shocked if Champions is a tiny bit disappointing. Like, maybe they do make it a serviceable enough, like, official Pokemon Showdown, but I'm not optimistic that they'll make it just, like, a super easy, automatic, like, battle sim that you can just plug and play immediately. I do think they want to keep the training and maximizing your Pokemon aspects, so like maybe not necessarily having to EV grind or, you know, breed for IVs, soft reset, whatever it is you got to do to get, you know, the perfect stats. Maybe they make like mini games out of it. Like, it probably won't be just a straight up, you know, Pokemon Showdown on the Switch kind of thing, but it will hopefully just be easier to build on, at least for a competitive team that you use purely in Champions. Like, and I gotta imagine their intent with Champions is for it to be the competitive vehicle. Like, I don't know, that's I feel like that's the idea. Like, competitive play will move over from main series games to Champions, and so because it's separate from the main series games, they can tweak, you know, the meta, what Pokemon are available, what gimmicks are available, all this stuff, and in turn also make the team building easier. But Roost, it is, I don't remember, I guess you're what, your central time zone, I think? You work until 7:15? That's a late day at work, late day at the office. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Al. But also, I can get it for a Master Ball. Like, I mean, Master Ball is a pretty prestigious item. I kind of understand making it a big deal, a big lottery win. But yeah, they've never really been known for making things super easy to do and obtain. But they are getting better. They're certainly getting better. That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, I'd probably take an early Friday as opposed to I could trade an early Friday for a late Wednesday. Not a bad trade-off there. Should I go 1 and 2 though? You know, I don't remember what the actual odds of the lottery are, but they probably are astronomically high. Is the lottery still a thing in the new games? Like, is the lottery still around in Scarlet Violet? I haven't played it, so I don't know. Was the lottery even a thing in Sword and Shield? I don't remember ever doing it or seeing it anywhere. Last time I remember the lottery being a thing was in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. I definitely did not play Sword and Shield enough to see it if it was there. All right, so I'm gonna go grab some water real quick, and I don't think anyone here was around for the very beginning of the stream I have a new little setup thing for the beginning of the stream and when I step away from my computer. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that for a second while I go grab some water. I think y'all might enjoy this. I thought it was cool when I was setting it up, but we'll see how y'all feel about it. But I'll be back in just a second. Just let me do this. All right. So what did everyone think? I thought that was cool. I thought that was cool. Little I just randomly had that idea. I was like, I need a little starting screen while I get everything up and running. And then when I go to step away from the computer for a second, need a little something to entertain the folks. It's not much, but I thought it was kind of cool. Thought of the little automatic lazy Susan thing spinning around, put some cards on it. Thought it was neat. Decided to put the little Tepig plush in the background. Figure I fill the cards up with whatever, you know, is thematically fitting for what we're doing on stream, hunting, all that. Yes, I was gonna, what do I want to say here? Like I said earlier, I did find a shiny a few days ago while I was just chilling in bed doing some hunting. Haven't made a video about it yet. But I'll just say, I got it in less than 40 eggs. It was really insanely fast. It'd be insane if I could somehow match that today and get a, is it really only, have I really only been going for, I've been going for almost an hour and I've only hatched 15 eggs. Nah. There's no way. I know the eggs can take a second, but there's no way I've been going for almost an hour and we're only at 15 eggs. No, I luckily did not. I was very, very careful this time. You know, I laid it on the bed. I was really, really careful. You know, treated it like a tender little, you know, little being, little fragile thing. And yeah, got a little nice little video. Was able to nickname it, save all that. So we did in fact keep the shiny. It was not lost to the freezing. Which I think the issue with that Lipard was I was playing on this red DS right here, and this thing had, I bought it off eBay. It has a modified screen, so it's like, you know, it's supposed to be like a DS Lite screen, you know, it's brighter, but it's in a, you know, original DS shell. This thing's battery dies insanely fast. I don't even really use it anymore because it just dies in like an hour. But I think I don't know if maybe it wasn't, you know, maybe it was just me putting it down too firmly on my desk. But I've never, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had a game freeze like that. I know it can happen if you are a little rougher with the DSs, but I don't know. I'm a little skeptical about that thing now. There's a hatching power. So I went and looked that up. I swear I went and looked at a list of pass powers and I didn't, there's a hatching power. What? Is it not on Bulbapedia? Like, I swear I went and looked that up and was like, oh, I guess there's not a hatching power. Okay, what? Let me look this up again. Like, what the hell? I swear I looked this up. Apparently I'm a dumbass. Apparently I can't read. It is right here. How did I miss that? I must have been looking at like the bottom of the list or something and just didn't scroll up far enough. What is wrong with me? Yeah, it's right there, hatching power. Helps eggs hatch 2 times as fast. Okay, what? How did I miss that? What the hell? I swear on everything. Because, like, I thought why? I could have made things so much easier on myself. What in the world? Well, I'm not going to go mess with that right now. But certainly next time I get on here to shiny hunt this way, you know, Masuda method, all this great jazz, I'm going to be grabbing that. I'm going to go grab that because that's insane. How did I not know that? Do I have Lucky Power on? I don't. I'm just all over the place right now. I don't even have Lucky Power active. I gotta get back in the groove. I gotta get back to it. My issue is I don't read thoroughly. I'm a skimmer. I look at a block of text. I just like skim through it for keywords, and somehow I completely skipped over hatching and eggs and all that. Are you sure? I thought I read on Bulbapedia that 3 and S gave you the boost. Let me go look at it again. Unless Bulbapedia is wrong. Oh, no, it does. Yeah, it only gives the I think I just assumed that it applied to S as well. I think when I was looking at it, I was just like, oh, naturally, if this applies to 3, it'll apply to S as well. I think I just assumed that. This is why I don't make assumptions. No, I think the issue was I made an assumption and I was just wrong. Oh, that's not what I had to do. Because, yeah, on Bulbapedia, in the description, the only one of the lucky powers that says increases shiny rate is 3. I think I just assumed it applied to S as well. So that is on me for making an assumption. But as always, Roost, I thank you very much. As always, thank you very much for saving me when it comes to this stuff, because clearly I am big ol' idiot. Big ol' idiot who cannot read or interpret things correctly. Well, that would also explain why Sigilif is taking as long. Now, granted, you know, anything can go to any number of odds, but like I'm at like 1100 eggs on Sigilif, and no wonder I'm not using all the adequate boosting methods as I should be. But certainly next time around, I will have this. I will have this squared away. We just have a little bit of a blunder today. We will get it right next time. See, technically this match probably your first non-full odds. Huh? How are you? You're fishing for Magikarp and what is Nature Preserve? Reserve? What? Nature Reserve or Preserve? I can't remember which one. Very fun, very fun. See, like, I don't know. I'm in such a like conundrum with all this because I would love to do more interesting hunts like that. Like, you know, but again, just frankly more interesting, more unique, different, kind of just like fun, you know. But I feel like I need to be like super optimal about all this, or as optimal as I can be, hopefully, potentially, because just there's so many of them. I don't know. But then I go flip-flopping back and forth on like, nah, I'm gonna do everything optimally. Oh no, I want to do everything for fun. But then it's like, you know, I've gotten 3 shinies this year, and we're over halfway through, and I have to get 600. So I guess I kind of do need to be like optimal and efficient. I mean, that's why I'm doing the cute charm glitch in Gen 4 to help us out here. But I don't know, part of me does want to just have more fun with hunts, but I don't know. We will see. We will see. Everything's an ebb and flow. Everything's in the hands of the wind. There's some term, like some phrasing about wind that I cannot remember right now, but it... Anyways. Shiny Basculin looks good in sprite form. Does it? Because like Shiny Basculin doesn't change like at all, right? Like it gets what, slightly brighter green? I guess, sure, for sprites where, you know, the colors on the Pokemon are actually pop. I can see it. What is the least optimal thing ever? Upcoming homework, I'm gonna do the least optimal thing. Let's see if I can make a guess. I'm gonna guess it's in Gen 5. Would it be Haxorus? That's just the immediate first thing that jumps to my mind. Shiny hunting for like a Haxorus or something because you get a free one. That would be very unoptimal. I guess you do also get free Dratinis and Gibbles from Benga, but those are well, actually a decent bit of effort involved in getting to that shiny Haxorus. Best extra someone, what's up, what's up? Welcome over there on Twitch. How's it going? Ooh. Oh, very nice, very cool. I'm not a big Twitch person, so I'm not the most qualified to like give the rundown, lowdown on how Twitch works, but welcome indeed. I have been kind of thinking about toying with the idea of seeing if I can remove the shiny lock on Hidden Grotto Pokemon and shiny hunting that, but that just seems a little bit like not just unoptimal, but just not smart. But it would just be really cool to like remove the shiny lock on Hidden Grotto Pokemon, and you know, with all the past, you know, Lucky Power, Grotto Power, all that, try and hunt for a cool Pokemon in a Hidden Grotto. But that would probably take an eternity, if it's even possible. I don't know if the code I have that helps with Victini helps with those as well. Top 3 Pokemon would be Dragonite, right here behind me. Weavile, who I got on the cup right here. And then Espeon, my favorite EV evolution. You can kind of see Espeon plushie right there. Little bit washed out in the color, but there is an Espeon plushie right there. I gotcha. So I guess the more optimal way would be what? Soft resetting for the gift or the static Volcarona. I guess also what, you're only hatching the one egg at a time. That, okay, yeah, that is pretty if that's what you're saying, you're just hatching that one egg. That is I just thought about that. Okay, my dogs are going crazy out there right now for some reason. Yeah, if you're just hatching that one singular egg, that would be a cool hunt though. That'll certainly be really cool and fun. I don't know what my dogs are freaking out about. They're going crazy. You have official Pokemon plushie and one off-brand. Hey, the off-brand plushies are cool. I'm trying to think. Do I have any off-brand? I have a one that was made. You can't really see it too well. It's back here somewhere. I bought it off Etsy. Someone knitted it. It's like a knit plush. I'll grab it actually so you can see it. Ooh. I'll go to full screen real quick. The screen froze. Are we all good? Everything looks good on my end. Hopefully everything's good. So I guess, I don't know if I'd call it off-brand, but this was made by someone on Etsy. So it's like a knit little delivery Dragonite. You know, Pokeball. It's got a little mail thing as well that you could put in the satchel instead. So that's pretty cool. It's not an official product, but someone made it. It's real nice. I think one of them back there might be off-brand. Like I think I got it at a mall or something from. It definitely didn't. I don't know. I think, but I don't know for certain. It could be real, and maybe it just looks a little funky. But similar, I want to do it after getting Thunderous, since that'll be 2 games. Slow hunt. There's only like 2-3 videos of people getting the shiny on video, so you lost slow hunt. That sounds really fun, Roost. That sounds like a good hunt. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's something up with the Twitch or not, but everything in OBS seems to be fine, so not sure what that was about. But that does sound like a really cool hunt. Going for that Larvesta. I would actually never think of that. It wouldn't even occur to me to hunt it like that. Goodness, my shirt always gets so bunched up back there. Cast. So I can think of the gift Eevee in Black 2, White 2 that you get in Castelia. Is that an egg? Am I misremembering? I thought it was, where do you get the egg in Castelia for Eevee? Because I can remember like a gift Eevee in Castelia, like after you beat the game or something. Maybe I'm misremembering if you get that from an egg or not. But I'm playing Pokemon Black 2. Yeah, I had thought about shiny hunting the gift Eevee from Castelia, but I thought I remembered it being a gift, like not an egg, but maybe it is an egg, and I just remember hatching it as an Eevee, and just so it stuck to me like, oh, I got an Eevee from Castelia, but I forgot it was an egg or something. Now, I will say, Happiny egg. Don't remember there being a Happiny egg in this game. I'm also not the best at talking to NPCs, so definitely probably missed that. So that is interesting because no, it's Togepi. I was thinking in Gen 4. I was like, do you get a Happiny egg in Gen 4? But no, it's Togepi, right? Or is there a Happiny egg in Diamond and Pearl? I know Cynthia gives you a Togepi egg in Platinum. Doesn't a Hiker give you an egg in Diamond and Pearl though in like Heartholm? Is that Togepi or a Happiny? Or is it something else? Completely different game than what we're talking about, but I just got on the tangent right there thinking about something. Thanks for the follow there. I'll call you Extra. Thanks for the follow there, Extra. Appreciate it. Necrane. Yeah, I don't think I've ever grabbed that egg and hatched it before, so did not know that was a thing. The more you know, the more you know. Do you know if the Pokemon that you get from Yancey or Curtis are shiny locked? Like, can you shiny hunt the Pokemon that Yancey or Curtis will give you? Because those would be kind of fun. Oh, yeah, fair. I didn't think about that. Again, though, like with the Hidden Grottos, if you could find a way to remove that shiny lock, it'd be a fun little hunt. Something different. What would you look for in White Forest? I'm trying to remember what all the options are like available in White Forest. The other day on Blue Sky, I saw someone post about getting a Shaking Grass Tyranitar over near the transporter lab or whatever, the Poke Transporter lab, where you bring up Pokemon from Gen 4. Saw that they were hunting in the Shaking Grass for a Tyranitar. And I think they got it like first phase in like 2,000 encounters or something. It was pretty crazy. Oh yeah, extra. That's certainly a lot of luck for sure. Because what the well, I guess if you're using the pass power that helps with, you know, finding rare Pokemon, increasing shiny odds, then, you know, that'll help out with Tyranitar for sure. And then also the one that'll increase the chance of you running into shaking grass. Like, but yeah, getting a shiny Tyranitar that way in like 2,000 encounters is very lucky. But true. Going on under odds is a good feeling, which I guess I'm realizing now that the shiny I got earlier this week, since I wasn't doing the Lucky Power appropriately, because I was using Lucky Power S and not Lucky Power 3, my odds were not as good as I thought they were. So I guess what, with Masuda Method and Shiny Charm, it's like a 1 in 1,000, something like that. Like a little over 1 in 1,000 odds. And I got it in less than 40. So that way, the shiny I got earlier this week was really lucky. It's really unfortunate I didn't catch it live, like while recording or on stream or anything. I was just trying to throw off some encounters. I really did not think I would get anything. Oh, that's true, Roos. That's true. Yeah, learning that does contextualize a lot of things. does make the hunts different in your mind, which I guess for what I'm doing here, like the increase that the Lucky Power 3 would have given me, it's like, you know, it obviously helps, but you know, stacking the Lucky Power 3 boost on top of Masuda Method and Shiny Charm, it only increases the odds from like 1 in 1,000 to 1 in 900. It's increasing, but it's kind of minuscule. But certainly, yeah, if that was the only thing you were stacking on there, then certainly clears the brain of what, I don't know what I'm saying right now. I started talking there and words were coming out and I was like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm gonna try and find it, and I did not. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing extra. We're gonna be seeing a lot of Tepigs. So fun fact extra, I have hunted for Tepig before, but I was soft resetting, so I was starting the game over from the beginning and choosing my starter Pokemon. It took me 17,000 Tepigs to find a shiny, so I'm very used to seeing Tepig on my screen over and over and over and over again. Hopefully this is a lot more. Could you imagine 17,000 eggs? That would be insane. That would be 17 times over odds. What, your friends thought that using Lucky Power was cheating? But you're right, we got a lot of bacon on deck in this box right here. We got 30 little piggies just hanging out in the box with us. Oh, Roos, thanks for the follow over on Twitch. Appreciate it. You know, Roost, I don't think I've heard that story. When did it take you 64k encounters to get a shiny Altaria? Or if I have heard that story, I forgot, unfortunately. Oh. What method were you encountering the Altarios with? Were you doing like wild encounters? Double Grass Abundant Shrine, gotcha. I've been considering doing some double grass random encounter hunts. Been thinking about throwing it up. Probably though, if I did that, I would want to get my copy of White 2. I would need to get my copy of White 2 progressed a lot more. Because right now I only have 3 badges in White 2. I progressed my copy of White 2 just far enough to be able to do all the Fun Fest missions and all that to get my pass orbs and the levels and yada yada. So I gotta play through White 2 in its entirety to progress it to the point I'm at with this one. Start throwing up some big hunts with double grass. What would you end up getting instead of the Vaporeon? Let's try this little grass spot up here. Be kind of neat if I was able to grab a shiny Altaria, or not Altaria, Audino. Had Altaria on the brain right there. Be cool if I could grab a shiny Audino out of the shaking grass like that while just biking back and forth, trying to hatch some eggs. Yeah, these eggs are definitely taking a lot longer to hatch than Sigilif and the Pokemon I got shiny earlier this week. I feel like at this point I would have had like at least 55 eggs hatched on those other 2 hunts. These eggs are taking a bit longer for sure. I gotta say, the auto shiny tracker that just increases it for me. So clutch. I can't believe I did the entire first oh hey, it just got, I guess because it's 9 o'clock. I was like, why did it just get dark in my game? I did that entire first hunt for Tepig, all 17,000 encounters, manually entering the encounters in a calculator every time I would get one. Which I guess, considering how slow those resets are, it wasn't that big of a deal to add the encounters every now and then. But auto shiny tracker, auto shiny counter thing, so clutch. It's so nice not having to worry about it. It's a Mimikyu plushie. Very nice, very nice. Mimikyu is very cool. Mimikyu is probably one of my top 5 favorite Alolan Pokemon. I say probably because I honestly don't give Alola very much thought. I don't really give I don't give any of the games beyond Gen 5 much thought nowadays, but I can with 100% confidence say Rabombi is my favorite Alolan Pokemon. Now, anything else up there? I think I would put Mimikyu up there. I'm also trying to remember what the other Pokemon from Alola are. Like, I guess if I'm not able to immediately think of them, then they're probably not in my top 5 from the games. Trying to think of all the other Pokemon. I think of all the Ultra Beasts. If I were to put any of the Ultra Beasts into my top 5, I think I'd go with Kartana. I really like Kartana. I think it's cool. Oh, you're all good, Extra. You're all good. Don't worry about it. And outside of that, oh, well, yeah, yeah, definitely Kartana would be my favorite Ultra Beast. I think it's the coolest. Pheromosa's not bad. I guess, nah. No, I'd probably put Xurkitree as my second favorite Ultra Beast. But I don't think I would put Xurkitree in my top 5 favorite Alola Pokemon. Are there any other Pokemon from Alola I even like? The whole reason Rabombi is one of my favorites is because of using it in a draft league multiple times. You know, I might have used Rabombi in a playthrough, one of my first playthroughs of either Sun or Ultra Moon, or maybe it was I might have done Moon Ultra Sun. I can never remember which one of those I played, but I might have used Rabombi in one of those playthroughs. I can't remember. Because, like, honestly, a fairy type that can quiver dance is pretty nice. Not only that, it's a fairy type that can quiver dance and has sticky webs. Obviously, in game, sticky webs are not like the most crucial thing ever, but for competitive, I love Rabombi in competitive. Especially right now with Terra, you know, Terra Fire Rabombi, quiver dance up. That thing can snowball quickly. But yeah, what really solidified Rabombi for me was, this was 8 years ago at this point, 2017. I was in a draft league, and I was going up with like the guy I knew the best from the draft league, like the guy who got me into it, who we were, you know, pretty good, you know, friends, you know, through Twitter and all that. And he had like a Registeel on his team, or no, not a Registeel. He had a Mega Aggron on his team and Scolipede. So 2 Pokemon that counter Ribombee incredibly hard, because like, you know, Mega Aggron has Filter, it's a Steel type. Scolipede is a Poison type, it has Speed Boost. So like 2 Pokemon that just are not nice to Ribombee. So he game planned around the idea I would not be bringing Ribombee at all. Well, I looked at his team and said, hey, outside of Scolipede and Aggron, Ribombee wrecks his team a new one. I was like, Ribombee just wrecks it, just tears him apart. Outside of those 2, obviously those 2 are a big problem, but you get rid of those, Ribombee was doing work. And sure enough, it did, because he didn't bring Scolipede and he did bring Mega Aggron, but I had the perfect counter lead. He had been leading Mega Aggron almost the entire like time. He would lead it, set up rocks. Like, it was pretty common for him. And y'all are talking amongst your sorry. I'll keep going. Chat talking amongst themselves. So I led off with I had Archeops. Obviously, Defeatist, not a very good ability, but for lead Archeops that isn't planning on really attacking, you don't mind Defeatist very much. I was Focus Stash, and I had Stealth Rocks, obviously to set up rocks, and I had Endeavor. So he led off with his Aggron, I led off with my Archeops. I was obviously faster, set up my rocks. He just straight up attacked me. He wasn't even trying to set up rocks. He was just like, he just went, I think he went for an Iron Head, not even Heavy Slam. And it took me down to my Sash, and then I endeavored him to 1 HP. So basically, just took the Aggron off the board. You know, big old behemoth of a tank, just down to 1 HP like that. I had Quick Attack as well to, like, you know, get fast, like, little bit of extra damage. He did end up switching that Aggron out to try and, like, you know, play around, get the rocks gone and everything. He had Mew, which I think had Wish on it, so he tried to Wish Pass into his Aggron eventually. But because I basically just neutralized the Aggron, you know, beginning of the game by getting it down to 1 HP, I was then able to eventually sweep with Ribombee, and Ribombee got a 5-0 with Quiver Dance and Moonblast, Bug Buzz, Hidden Power Fire. So yeah, that was where my love for Ribombee came from, because I was like, this little bug just went ham. And it also reinforced it when the battle was over, and he was like, bro, why in the world did you bring Ribombee? Like, I was not expecting that at all. I thought with Aggron and Scolipede, there's no way you'd bring it. Actually, correction, I brought Moonblast. I think I brought Psychic. Maybe I brought Psychic. I don't know. I know I had Hidden Power Fire. That was mainly for the Aggron if I needed to do a little bit of damage on it. I might have brought Psychic for the Scolipede. If it was, I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, so him being all like just aghast that I brought Ribombee to the battle just even further cemented. And then I named it Barry B. Benson for the because of the B movie. And so yeah, just all that accumulated together, I was just like, yeah, okay, this little B is my guy now. This is my guy. And then actually on this channel, yeah, it was actually this channel, this live channel, I did a draft league early last year, early 20, so it's been like a year and a half at this point, and I drafted Ribombee again, and I had a pretty good, I wouldn't say it was a sweep, I think I took out 3 of their Pokemon with Ribombee, but like, you know, I set up in front of their Volcarona, I Terry Fired, like I was able to outlast them, take down the Volcarona, take down They're like Inteleon, they're Hoopa. And then they sent out Electabuzz, which I assumed would be Eviolite, and it was a Terramon that could be Terra Steel. So I was like, well, if I Moonblast and it Terra's to Steel, I'm gonna do nothing here. So instead of doing minimal damage, I'm going, and I could have Terra Fired, but like, I was like, instead of playing mind games, like, do I Moonblast or Terra Fire? I think with Eviolite and Terra Steel, Terra Fire wouldn't have killed anyways at like +3 or whatever I was at, +4. So I just put up webs for the rest of his team, and yeah, that ended up being nice because it slowed down his Ogerpon, Overquill, or not Overquill. I had Overquill. Ogerpon. Electabuzz was obviously one of them, and then what was the last? I can't remember what the last one was. It was Ogerpon Fire Form, Hearthflame, and Electabuzz, and one more. What was? Oh, Malamar, because it was a Contrary Mon that had Terra Stellar. Which Terra Stellar, Terra Blast, to get the boost instead of the drops on a Contrary Mon doesn't really do. And then I put up sticky webs, so obviously you would think, oh, that's a big deal. You put up sticky webs on a team that has a Contrary Mon, you gave it a speed boost, and now they can Terra Blast, Terra Stellar, and they could sweep your team. Well, that's where Unaware Quagsire comes in. I also, surprisingly, yeah, I like using Quagsire for competitive battling, just because Unaware, like Quagsire, is not the bulkiest thing in the world, but it's surprisingly thick, and only having one weakness to grass is really nice. You can play around that pretty easily. But yeah, Unaware Quag stops a lot of sweeps in their track. Obviously, if it's a grass type setting up, not so much, but basically anything else. But anyways, extra, I saw you'd ask that question. I know Roost was letting you know about his disdain for Torchic, but my least favorite Pokemon, I'd probably say my least favorite Pokemon is Illumise. Illumise, however you pronounce it. The lightning bug from Gen 3 looks like an inflatable mattress. I wouldn't say I hate any Pokemon, but if I had to choose a least favorite, I'd probably say that thing. I don't know if I really have a reason for it, but I just kind of don't like it. I don't know. Something about the way it looks just doesn't jive. I'm not gonna lie, over the last few years, I think I've been developing a little bit of motion sickness, like, maybe a little bit of vertigo. You get a little dizzy in the car sometimes. Not gonna lie, watching my screen go back and forth on the bike kind of giving me a little bit of motion sickness. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't, if I've been on my computer hunting like this, I've been looking at the really small screen, not my big OBS screen like I'm looking at right now. And I just have like a YouTube video on, so I'm kind of looking at it out of my peripherals. So it doesn't really like mess with me because I'm not really looking at it. But looking at the big screen of him going back and forth, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of giving me a little bit of motion sickness. I might should reconsider looking at it like this. Wonder if you got the Stunfisk party in Stratton right now. I could go south and check out. Because I don't know if I've ever seen that Stunfisk party. I don't recall it. Wouldn't it be here in the garden? So looks like a big no. Are you a trainer? I don't know. If you were, I battled you already. Yeah, if I've ever seen it, I don't remember. That would be really cool if they were. That would be really cool. That feels like a missed opportunity on their part. I understand maybe like, I don't know, some ideal of like not wanting the Stunfisk to be battleable, but that would be really cool. Like, just static Stunfisk randomly that you could battle and, you know, shiny hunt. Be kind of sweet. Now I'm wondering why they didn't make them encounterable. But also, I can officially say that this Tepig hunt has gone, well, it's gone over by a few now, but this Tepig hunt has gone over the number of eggs that it took me to hatch the shiny earlier this week. So unfortunately, not yet. Anything can happen, but not yet we have seen some crazy double shinies in the week. I was hoping I could somehow get Sigilif as well this week, so I could do like a 2-in-1 video of finding Sigilif and the other. I'm keeping it a mystery for whenever I post it. Not that it's really a big deal to announce it right now, but I'm just keeping that one for me until I post the video. Which I got to figure out how I want to like structure that video, because since there is no like video recording of me hatching eggs, like biking back and forth, no like setup or anything, I guess I could just post that as a short, but like, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of shorts, so I think I make a short for basically every shiny that I get, but I don't know if I will for this one. I don't know, we shall see. Anyways. Genies, double grass, egg gifts, gift Pokemon sticks. Yeah, for sure. That's why these are the best games. These games are legit. Game Freak took everything they had from the first 4 generations, first 4.5, including Black and White. They took it all and they said, what's the best way we can mesh this all together? And they came up with this work of art. Took every lesson from every iteration of 2D Pokemon up until this point, threw it all together in one beautiful package. And no one bought it. Like every time I see the graphic that shows like the number of, you know, units sold for Pokemon games, and you get to the very end and it's like Pokemon Black 2, White 2. It's not like the very end, because I think technically Crystal is lower. Like in terms of the numbers, I think less units of just Crystal sold than Black 2, White 2, which is kind of crazy to think. Like Crystal being a Gen 2 game, how it sells so little. But since Black 2, White 2 are, you know, 2 games counted as one, you split the number in half, presumably, you know, roughly 50-50, you know, of the total number sold is like Black 2 and White 2. There would be less copies of Black 2 and White 2 out there than Crystal, because like the number you see on the graphic is like, I don't know, 7 million or something like that. And then Crystal is like 5 million. So like, you know, 3.5 White 2, 3.5 Black 2. All right, I'm making those numbers up. In my head, I think those are the right numbers roughly of total units sold, but I'm probably wrong. But yeah, every time I see that graphic float around on social media, I'm just like, damn. Absolutely no one in 2012 knew what they were doing, and they all missed out on peak. Got some hot dogs. Hot dog, hot dog. I haven't had a hot dog in a minute. Leaves? What you mean by leaves? Like leaves of lettuce? Spinach? Okay, okay. I mean, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? But I was like, leaves, that's a different one. Maybe there's some nutritional value to leaves that I don't know about, but okay, respect. That was one of those. I love when that happens. Nothing makes me happier than when I get to those steps and he's like, hey, come back. Like, how did I get a second egg in 5 steps? For real. Chop getting a little Chop was doing a little too much back there. Like, I don't know what Chop's up to, but he a little too young for that kind of frequency. Yeah, my sleep schedule is all over the place. My sleep schedule is I guess it could be worse. You know, since I have a job, I have to have some semblance of kind of a sleep schedule, but it's not a very good one. I'll randomly stay up until 3, 4, 5 a.m. sometimes. Just because I can't sleep. Just kind of whatever. And then I'll go to bed for like 3 hours and then wake up, and then, you know, then that night I'll go to bed at like 9 and then wake up the next day at like, well, I guess for work, and then wake up at like 7. But yeah, I'll be all over the place. Like one night I get like 4 hours of sleep. The next night I get like 10. The next night I get like 5. Next night I get 8. Like I kind of go back and forth on, I have a good night's sleep, then I have a bad night's sleep, then I have a good night's sleep, then I have a bad night's sleep. It's like, for some reason, when I get a good night's sleep, and like just a decent night's sleep, like, you know, 8 hours, like the typical what you're supposed to get, 8 hours of sleep. You know, I sleep uninterrupted just all the way through, wake up next day, like, oh, got a good 8 hours. I ain't going to sleep that next night. Like, I slept too good. I got too much energy now. I then go from sleeping 8 hours to sleeping, you know, 4 to 5. And then the next day I'm like, oh, I'm freaking tired. And so then that night, I get a good night's sleep. Oh, that's right. You were doing a Tynamo hunt. I guess you put that Tynamo hunt on ice. I forgot about that. Which I guess I have. I've also put a number of hunts on ice. Kind of. There was what? I did one stream of looking for Shiny Eevee and Fire Red Leaf Green. Haven't picked that back up since. I've done the one stream of fishing for the 1% Dragonite and Dragon Spiral Tower. Haven't touched that one in a second. I almost did that one today for the 1 year anniversary of starting the Black 2 Living Dex. I was like, I could go back and, you know, fish a Dragon Spiral and try and get that good old Dragonite, but ultimately decided it was more fitting. I got to get 2 more Shiny Tepigs eventually anyways, so thought it'd be a good idea for me to just do some Tepig eggs tonight. Yeah, I will say though, I think Masuda method is the easiest way to shiny hunt and not really pay attention to what's going on. Like, I think it's because it is kind of more brain dead, but I really like Masuda method hunting when I'm like watching something. I think it's so easy to just like zone out and watch something, and then just in your peripherals, if you notice the game stop, you either, you know, go grab an egg or you hatch an egg, and it's just like, but yeah, definitely for, you know, for the excitement of it, maybe not quite up to some of the other hunting methods. Yeah, you got to be careful when drawing Gardevoir. Unfortunately, Gardevoir is very So yeah, when I did the last Dragonite stream, I was using Lucky Power S the last time I did the Dragonite stream. So we were seeing Dragonites more often, but I don't think we were seeing them at 60% odds. So Lucky Power S boosts the chance of getting the rare encounter even more than 3. Or do 3 and S have the same like inversion of the encounter table? Like Lucky Power 3 also gives you 60% on Dragonite, or is it just the S? Because yeah, I didn't have S unlocked last time. When I was doing the Dragonite hunt, the Dragon Spiral Tower, I just had 3. But yeah, extra. I wasn't saying you were drawing stuff like that, but unfortunately, with Pokemon like Dragonite, or not Dragonite, Pokemon like Gardevoir and like Lucario, you know, stuff like that. Unfortunately, they do get drawn weirdly a lot on the internet. So yeah, unfortunately, that can happen because people might think you're they might assume one thing even if you're not intending on doing that. Just because of, unfortunately, how those Pokemon get treated online. I guess I can understand when thinking about it why the S power doesn't give you the shiny boost. Because the S power would just be really broken then if it lasted for 10 minutes and gave you a shiny boost as well. And like it doesn't cost that many more orbs than the 3. So yeah, it makes sense why they would leave the shiny boosting just on 3. A little more balanced that way. Of course, nowadays, they don't care about that. You can make a sandwich in Scarlet and Violet and get 12 shinies in 6 minutes, but... back in the day, though, shinies used to mean something. Shinies had value in 2012. Although I guess I'd say the value of shinies now is not the shiny itself, but it's the content you get out of it. You know, people enjoy content of full odds hunting back in these games, but like you can pump out content more often with the newer games because you get shinies so much more often. So I'd say that's the value of shinies nowadays in like Scarlet and Violet, Legends Arceus, all that. It's like the value is you can create more content out of it more easily. Because like, you know, I see people that are like, you know, I hunted this kind of Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. You know, I shiny hunted every kind of this Pokemon. And it's like, yeah, that, I mean, seems fun and cool. It's cool to have those shinies, but like, yeah, it probably took them, what, a couple weeks, a month maybe to get those, you know, 6 to 10 shinies. Whereas like here, God, it could take you a year. Like, you know, hunt. People can hunt how they want to hunt. You know, definitely no gatekeeping of shiny hunting on my end. But that is just my 2 cents of like, since shinies are so much easier to get now in the modern games, in like the value isn't necessarily in them being shiny because it's just like so much easier to get. But the value is like you can make more content out of it. Like, don't get me wrong, I will certainly make some videos like that every now and then. Like the freaking first Tepig hunt we did, you know, 8 months, 17,000 encounters. I think that warranted a video. You know, I eventually did make a video over on the main channel about the you know, the Tepig shiny hunt, and I threw in the Totodile, Cyndaquil, and Squirtle that we got along the way as well within that one video. But like, you know, my main channel, which I have not posted to in like a month, is more going to be like, it's not going to be solely focused on shiny hunting all the time. I have a video I want to do about the Pokemon World Tournament here soon. I just got to get around to actually doing it. But yeah, I feel you there, Roost. Like, what, after the Switch 2 came out, how many people made videos like shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet on Switch 2 is broken, or, you know, something along that lines. Like, you know, with the Switch 2, how many shinies can I get? And, you know, I watched people just go in there and they were getting like 10 shinies, and, you know, they were getting like a shiny a minute or something with all the spawns and everything, you know, putting a sandwich up and going to swarms or hordes, whatever they're called, outbreaks, whatever. And yeah, it's just like, yeah, shiny Pokemon are cool inherently because they're different color, they sparkle. Like, I get it, they're cool, but if you can get one every minute, they're not really rare. They don't really mean anything if you can just grab as many as you want like that. But all right, Extra, thank you for dropping on in, and thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will hopefully be live again on Friday. Oh, I'm out of eggs. I need to go grab some more. But yeah, thanks for dropping on in. I always appreciate it. I should be live again on Friday. I mean, I will say back in like, because the only time, you know, beyond this past year when I've been shiny hunting for this is the first time I've really shiny hunted since X and Y and Oris. So like, it'd been over a decade since I'd really done any shiny hunting. But like when X and Y and Oris came out, like I did enjoy the method hunts there. Like, you know, Dex Nav and chain fishing, like you could get pretty easy shinies. It still took some time. Like it wasn't just an immediate, just like pop a sandwich, go run around for a second, there's a shiny, no effort. Like, you know, Dex Nav chaining took some kind of skill, same with chain fishing. But certainly like those shinies had less value, like less impact than you know, just a regular soft reset shiny or shoot, even Masuda method, you know, eggs, you know, have more appeal. Obviously, they're still pretty good. I think the only time I did Masuda method for anything before this was back in X and Y. I hunted for a shiny Froakie. And think all the other shiny hunting I did in X and Y and Oris were like either Dex Nav or, you know, chain fishing. Or the other, I feel like, was there any other methods that I'm forgetting? Oh, Friend Safari. You know, I haven't played the games, but I think you're right. I think I've only ever seen people surfing, like swimming around. Yeah, I don't think fishing is a thing anymore. I think, yeah, you just swim around on your Koraidon or Miraidon. And then I have seen people, you know, like do breeding or whatever in Scarlet Violet. The breeding to get eggs seems weird. Like doing a picnic or whatever. I don't know. I'm sure you can get used to it. It's not too bad. But you just, something seems off about it. I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to try it out for myself, but the 1 or 2 times I've seen people talk about breeding in Scarlet and Violet, it just seems weird. Oh, hello. Okay. Hello, little Lee. Don't come say hi. Hello, little Leo. Hello. Watch out for the camera and the cards and everything. Y'all be careful. Here, y'all go with Mom out there. Come on. Knocked it over. Okay. Oh, excuse me. That came out a lot louder than I was thinking it would. My word. But yeah, if you thought breeding was boring now, like in this game, then yeah, breeding in Scarlet Violet where you just stand there, I mean, I guess you can just stand there and let the eggs stack up and you go walk away and do something else. I guess there's that, but what is the multi-select? I don't know enough about the breeding mechanics. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. I mean, I guess there's not multi-select like that in these games. There's like a little bit of multi-select in these games, but yeah, not like that. Because I don't think you can multi-select out of your party here. Go test it real quick. Because let's see. Go to move. And maybe it's probably just when you go to move. I guess you can't even be able to see the bottom screen if I pull it up like this. So like I know you can click select and yeah, it moves over and then you can do this. But yeah, you can't move these to the party, can you? Oh no, maybe you can. Like, can I use this in here? Yeah, you can multi-select in here. I was about to say I knew this was a feature. I'd never really played around with it before, but yeah, I can multi-select my entire party and move them out. You can move them. I can't deposit all of them, but I think I can grab these 3, maybe go. Well. How would this work if I go grab? Okay, so I can't like immediately like change them out. So like I grab these 2 from the party. I can't just like switch them with 2 that are in here. But I guess if I do like this, you know, I could drop these 2 off there and then grab these 2 and put them here. There's a little bit of something with multi-select. It's not quite as dynamic as you probably want it, but you just click select in the box and it changes the type of yeah, it's not super great, but what does the blue one do again? So yeah, if you press select one time and you get the little blue option there in the top, you can just switch one Pokemon with the other. And if you press select again, you get the yellow tool and you can select a bunch of them. Get this on there. All right, Roos. Probably, I think I'm just going to hatch these last 2 eggs right here, and then I'll call it a night. So I'll see you around. I'll just hatch these 2, and then I'll be on my merry way. But enjoy those wings. Might go grab me a little snack before going to lay down. So that is 1 egg. That is not shiny. We got 1 final egg, get us to 60 on the night. Can we grab us a nice little shiny? You know what? I will run into presumably an Audino right here. If I can never move the bike just 1 tile. It's anyways, we'll see. Can we get a random shiny right here from the grass? Maybe an Audino? I do need a shiny Audino. Unfortunately, that is a negative. But let's check out our 1 final egg right here. And we'll call it an evening. But yeah, 2 hours, 15 minutes. Now, you know, maybe the first 10 of that I wasn't exactly going yet, but still, like 2 hours basically for 60 eggs. Not the most efficient in the world. Shoot, what was it? When I was soft resetting for Tepig. Now, granted, I was soft resetting on 4 games at one point, but in 2.5 hours, I was getting what? 150, I want to say, encounters in 2.5 hours with resets. I think. Or is it 100? I don't remember. I can't believe it. But last egg is not as shiny on the day. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what the rate was when I was soft resetting. But for a singular game, I guess getting 16 2 hours isn't too bad. And considering the odds are immensely better than soft resetting, is not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, that is our last few eggs on the night. We got a nice little 60. There we go. Just a nice little fun return to Tepig hunting on our 1-year anniversary of starting up this Black 2 Shiny Living Dex. But interesting stream for sure. Interesting. Started off not as expected, but you know, you bounce back and you persevere. That was interesting at the beginning, to say the least. Yeah, so I will be back on Friday. Should be doing something a little different, not shiny hunting. We're gonna be playing a game. Not Kaiser Wireman. We're gonna be doing something a little different though on Friday. But hopefully I will see anyone and everyone there. And yeah, outros are really awkward. Bye.